Need to approve minutes?
Yep.
Are they here? Yeah.
When I went for my notes. Yeah, I apologize.
Minutes from our January meeting.
To approve.
Second. Any further? Not all in favor. Say aye.
Yeah.
And I apologize, I brought you January's minutes, not June's. June's are on your digital. I apologize.
Alright. I don't know that we officially approved those either, so. Yeah. Review minutes. Time to review. Changes, additions. Motion.
To approve the 2 minutes.
Second. Any further? Being none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I know we met in June, but to stay on our quarterly agenda and schedule, we're back within a few months or a month. So for third quarter updates, you have some finance notes. We have added, with the opportunity now to have the Amazon purchase and Prime Days, a money counter and 4-way counterfeit detection machine scanner with printer. So it is helping, do our balance and checks for our internal controls. It's working very, very well. We have offered the machine also to other departments. Sometimes the health department or building department gets large funds as well. They have the opportunity to use it. Topic 2 is employee notifications and mailings. We do this twice a year per state code. Trish worked with each of the entities, each township, school, and everything in the county, received mailing list, collaborated with the delinquent tax files that we already have. Our beginning balance was $28,476.12. We mail 2 letters. Here, one, we give them 21 days. We send a second letter. After the second letter has been mailed, we were down to $15,678.85. This end of last week, she contacted each unit. So then that is the next step for garnishment, or working out an arrangement for payment. We did have one large file that was in there last year that it was an individual that had a business and the company name had his name on it as a business as well. That was handled and taken off the balance. Tax sale preparation, Sarah is working with SRI. We have certified our numbers and sent to Sarah. It has to be done by June 30th. That file has been done. We are now in this little phase where we're cleaning. SRI's come in and helped, combine some properties that are adjacent for easier sale. We've taken off 9 people that have come in just through word of mouth that they know it's coming up, and they have been removed from the sale. Collections and demands. This is also what is done once a year. We have prepared that file. We are doing it 2 ways now. Personal property and mobile home demands are sent to AFCS because Trex only works with real estate. So that file is scheduled to be downloaded August 1st and submitted to Trex. Office operations, we're working right now. It's a little slower, so we've been working on our operations procedures and processes, coming up with manuals. Also in the spring, we do a destruction of public records, and I've attached the retention guides. So we are working to put those in a certain area so it'll be easier during tax time, when it's our busy time, to have that prepared to the clerk ahead of schedule. We did a very deep dive on personal property records. We had one very large personal property amount that was delinquent. The company had 3 purchases, and the mail just, even though we did our best to keep up, we were able to find email for HR, accounts payable and receivable for the new company, and we received the balance in section 6. For the investment policy with CD rates per our guide and procedure manual, anything less than 2 years, 2 CDs or what's our investment policy at this time. We emailed every applicable bank in Steuben County that's brick and mortar that is on our depository list and state approved list. I put them in order on your spreadsheet with the best term and rate at that term. All of them were a minimum of $5,000. At this time, our sweep account from our bank 3 is higher than any one of these rates. So I've chosen not to open any CDs at this time unless you wish to pursue that. Account 1 and 2 are the same bank. So if we look at the CD rates on bank 1, which was the highest for 3 months, that is also our BMV account number 2. And I moved, because of some increasing rates with Trust Indiana, I did move $1 million to Trust Indiana, and the yield and last 20 days of the printout is the form I just brought you. So it's gaining a little bit more. Then I attached our escrow. I was so excited because in the end of June, I was down to 6% payable, and was loving that number. I was once getting this personal property number. I was like, okay, we're going to hit 5% payable. Well, July hit, so they rolled into fall. So if you look at my billing data for the escrow cloud from Lao Agent, it's the 1 page. The totals on the right side. The first amount is what is still payable from our spring taxes or any delinquent penalties and past taxes. And then the second installment is what is payable by November 10th. As I said, I added the Trust Indiana 20-day forecast at the end. Lastly, I attached Friday afternoons, what we call tax book. It's the 3-page. The first page is just always a summary. It's what the transactions were basically for the day that were made. Page 2 is each one of the taxing units within the county. That is what is on, has been collected already and will be dispersed at settlement after November's collection. Page 3 is the mostly excise, our cash balance that we use every day. Vehicle sharing, most of those numbers have not changed. Lotto's been very consistent, boat excise, and of course, in motor vehicle. We do have the recons for the drain maintenance, down in that sources in the 90s. So those are the amounts we collect, but I have to show them separately on cash book when we distribute them for settlement for the surveyor. Page 4, that is the close of day bank balance. Every day I reconcile my bank balances, and also the number total cash and depositories is one of the primary numbers that we balance to the auditor's office with. So as you can see, bank 002, if I keep that balance, it keeps the same interest rate as account number 1. So when I get into a $50,000 window based on the collections of other sources in the BMV and the Lotto, at this time, I think I wish to keep transferring it to bank 007. Page 5 is once again just a summary of the day's collections and where they were distributed, and my cash for opening and closing my door.
On page 4 on that 003, that interest earning in that, I would assume that checking.
That is still the same. When we did the CD, it has not changed and does not envision it to change for the third quarter. So that is still 0.07 to 0.1 over what we have. The advantage with that account is it is a sweep account. So when I get my monthly statement for the FDIC insurance, it moves them. Right now, I believe we're in 119 different banks that are all insured and also all approved through the state with how this works. The only disadvantage is if I do need to transfer funds to 001 for some ACHs or different things like that, it is taking 2 or 3 days now because they have to give enough notice to the other banks to transfer it. But their rate still, and then 004, it's the same rate. In the past, I had moved it from 004 to 003, but it's the same rate, so. Any questions? So with your approval, I will not do any CDs at this time, keep money at 003 and 004. And since 007 is higher than 001, I'll move a little of that money to the trust account. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else that needs to come before? All fair?
Thanks.
People need to-
Thank you. Thank you.
You don't know how many times, thank you.
Okay, holler. You guys want some more information on any of this?
Just information.